Hey guys, Katie here. I'm back from vacation and my hair is like a total mess, but who cares? That doesn't change the information. I've had this topic swimming around in my head for the last couple of days and I felt like I need to share it with my most favorite people. And basically it's about DIY in real estate, do-it-yourselfers, or FSBO, for sale by owner, FSBO as we call it on the streets here in real estate. I wanted to share with you two stories. I'll make them quick, that have happened within the last week that have been shared with me, and it just completely drives home this point about doing things yourself. First off, I want you to picture this older couple. They've got a cabin up in the Great North Woods for sale. 3 cabins to be exact. And I want you to picture in walking 3 brothers, each of them wanting to buy one of the cabins because they're in close proximity and, you know, they can have some fun with their families for years to come. They walk in, neither party have an agent with them, and that's not so bad for the brothers in this story, but it definitely is for the sellers in this story. So they walk in, they have a discussion with the seller, and they actually get him to come down on his price. I think it was about $60,000. And because these 3 brothers, unbeknownst to the seller, are all business owners, all highly intelligent, all very much know what's going on financially, and have been paying attention to the real estate world, one of which is a master salesperson that I know personally, all 3 of these gang up on this seller, so to speak. Of course they do. They're looking for a win for themselves. Little does the seller know that he's talking to people with these advanced skills and this advanced expertise. So he ends up telling them a whole lot of information that they in turn use against him to get another $30,000 off the price. So we're now at $90,000 off the seller's price, and he's moving forward and selling. I don't think that would have happened had he had representation. He wouldn't have said the things that he shouldn't have said. He would have understood who his audience was and could have moved forward in a direction that probably would have netted him $30,000 more. Interesting. Enter the second story. So I'm on vacation and I get an email from this wonderful gal that I've been talking to for the last couple of years, and she's at her point of retirement and ready to sell her home. She's got a little bit of a larger home that needs a little bit of work, and she was thinking that it would be most beneficial to her to sell to a cash buyer, which I totally agree with, and decided that it would be a good idea to sell it to her neighbor, which again, totally agree with. Makes a lot of sense. The neighbor's probably very motivated. She emails me in somewhat of a panic and says, Katie, can you please look over this contract? I just don't have a good feeling about it. And what had happened is within that contract, she actually may have not only been susceptible to paying all of the closing costs, meaning all of her closing costs, all of the buyer's closing costs. The buyer seems to possibly be a little bit more experienced, had removed many of the safety nets, we'll call them, that were in that contract to benefit the seller. To the tune of, she had absolutely, based on how the contract was written, had absolutely no recourse should this buyer breach, and could not take him to, couldn't go through mediation or any sort of program like that, and was unable to, per the contract, the way it was written, would have been unable to move forward in any sort of litigation. So that put her in quite the spot, and it actually very much affected where she's moving to, or should I say, would very much affect where she's moving to, unbeknownst to her. So when you think about selling your home on your own, it's a great thought. Why wouldn't you? I mean, hey, save yourself some money, right? Think about what the actual cost is. Are you actually saving yourself some money, or are you actually putting yourself in harm's way in the future? Or are you actually taking less for your property, like the example with the 3 brothers, than you should? You very well might be. And let me tell you why you might be. A good real estate agent has a network. That's what we do. We network, we work within the communities, we work within our individual clientele databases, collect information, and we know a lot of people, and a good agent, and we know a lot of different avenues in which to market property and to expose property to the most amount of buyers. Now, if you're doing this on your own, and this isn't something that you do every day, how are you to ensure that your property is getting in front of as many eyes as it potentially could? Because let's face it, you're more apt to get your price, you're more apt to get your terms that are most beneficial to you if your property is in demand. Now, if only 10 people see your property, you only maybe have 1 or 2 to work with that are interested. But if 10,000 see your property, you probably have 100 to work with that are interested. Think about it. It makes a very big difference, guys. I always say, I can perform a root canal on my own, but do I really want to? Is it really cost effective? Because at the end of the day, time is also money. And do I really want to deal with everything that goes along with pulling my own teeth and all of that crap and doing the whole, I don't even know what happens. See, I couldn't even do my own root canal because I don't even know what happens. So there I am, losing money, probably hurting myself even worse. It's the same thing in real estate, guys. The same thing. Does it truly make sense? Put pen to paper. Is that professional that you hire really costing you money, or are they making you money? And I guarantee if you put pen to paper and you really think about this, they're making you money.